everyone knows now the most highly sought after job in 2024 is being a YouTuber or an influencer in general, something along the lines of making money on the internet with content. And I've personally been able to do that. I've made over $3 million in profit online doing YouTube. I have over 25 million combined subscribers, whether those are channels with my face on it or channels without my face on it. And I've made a video about my story, how I got here, the personal side of things, but this video is the not personal side of things. This is the systems and the raw data and actual work that it took to get here. And I have this chart here that is a breakdown of the systems that I used from the original business that made me a lot of money on social media and what I'm currently doing now that makes me over $150,000 per month. And as I get into it here, I'll break that down exactly what those businesses were. Now, I got my start on social media through TikTok and YouTube. I had over 1 million subscribers on TikTok and YouTube, but this video is about where I made big money. I wasn't making big money yet. I only made big money, M's, hundreds of thousands, when I started doing faceless content that had nothing to do with my YouTube channel or TikTok that was already existing. I just took my skill set into an opportunity that I saw value, and it ended up working out. And what that opportunity was Snapchat shows, running faceless Snapchat shows. And this is how we got into it. A lot of people correlate faceless content with YouTube automation, mainly because gurus and people who talk about that. But this was not automated. There was nothing fucking automated about this. This was me and 1 to 2 other people working 10, 12 hours a day. Let me break it down for you here. So it would be me and a partner. Those are the 2 founders. And before I get into the rest, the business model was there are shows on the discovery feed of Snapchat. Basically, it's a clickable short form piece of content that's around 3 to 5 minutes long. It includes a thumbnail, a good script, and good visuals throughout the video. That's the basis of it. A bit different than YouTube automation, a bit more simplified, but a bit more leveled up from YouTube Shorts or TikTok automation or faceless content. So basically how I did this, I had a lot of editors that I was friends with at the time because I was doing long form YouTube, and all these editors had the same skill sets as me. They understood content, they understood retention, they understood algorithms. So I would partner up with not just one, but many editors. So that's why, as you can see, the partner is also the editor. Me, Owen, was the writer. My strong set in content, the reason why I'm kind of innately gifted in content is in the writing side. I've been very good at writing scripts. I know how to write for retention. I know how to keep people interested in a storyline. I know how to make a story out of absolutely nothing. And that's what I'll get into, because we were making news videos is actually the main thing. And I'll show you down here. When I get down here, I'll show you a little bit of revenue screenshots of how much I actually made doing this. But right here, basically my part of the system was to write the video. So a 3-minute video was about an 850 word script. I was doing this multiple times per day, 850 words completely from scratch. It was like I was in school all over again, but completely worth it. And then right here, little tiny, I would also do the voiceover because obviously I'm used to being on camera. I know how to do the inflections in the YouTube voice. So I'm kind of probably doing it right now a little bit because I talk just naturally like that when I'm on camera. Basically, then I would write the video, do the voiceover, send it to my partner. My partner would then edit a visual onto the thing, which would include captions in the center of the screen. We're going to put an example on the screen here of a specific piece of content that we literally made, and have captions on the center. And then it would have general B-roll, just stolen footage of, say we were making a celebrity news clip about Blueface. It would be B-roll of Blueface from paparazzi or from his Instagram or whatever, with captions over the middle, you know, captioning my voiceover. And then that would go to a designer, thumbnail designer. Guess what? Also, for a lot of the time, was me. I was photoshopping thumbnails. We'll put up some examples of these. Again, on these shows, whether it was a satisfying thumbnail to get people to click, or it was celebrity clickbait that literally involved photoshopping some celebrity's face onto another to make it look like they're cheating on a girl, like Agent Ross, Jenna Ortega. It was the craziest era on the internet ever, and a lot of people probably saw my misinformation, but it was all in the name of the game. And right here, upload 10 to 12 times per day. That was at peak operation, 10 to 12 shows. Those were not all scripted shows. Some of them were reaction shows where I ended up just reacting to satisfying content. But here's actually an example of that piece of content I can show you right here. This is a specific one right here.
People thought Matty B. Raps would be the next Justin Bieber, but you probably don't know the sad reason why he quit music and went back to living a normal life by the time he was only 15 years old.
So yeah, that is a show where we basically went over people who fell off. That was the whole bit. And as you can see, that was my voice, my script writing, and then my partner's editing and designing. So that's that right here. This is one of the shows. That's actually that show that I just showed you right now. As you can see, this was, what is that? That looks like October 2022 to January, February, March, April. So a little bit over 6 months. The show made $393,000. And obviously, like I said, there was not really employees. It was just me and a partner. So we would split that money 50-50 right there. So then next, this is a reaction show. As I was saying, I was literally like, I can't make this up. Like it's hard to fathom, but especially when I really break down the screenshot for you. But I was putting my face in the corner of satisfying cleaning videos and talking about it, being like, hey, that was a nice clean. Whoa, that was so satisfying. This would take me 3 minutes a day to film. I would make the compilations myself because it was so easy. And this is the revenue. In 183 days, half a year, I made $436,000. No partner. There was a revenue split for an agency on both of these, so we lost like 20% off the top, I think that was. But yeah, I mean, obviously this is the top line profit revenue. I mean, top line revenue, not profit. But for this one, I mean, it's majority profit because I really had no partner, no expenses. 56 million impressions. And look at this right here, $88,000 from one video. That is my single highest earning piece of content I've ever produced. And I have taken weeks to film things. I've scripted things for days. I've planned things for months. And this video took me 3 minutes to film at 4 a.m. But, you know, that's just the law of equivalent exchange. You put in work and you will be rewarded. I put in a lot of work in a lot of different business models, a lot of different video ideas, a lot of different concepts, a lot of different channels. And this was essentially my payoff for all of that. So, you know, that's what I believe at least. But this is, you know, that era lasted for about that 180 days. These are pretty much, I took these screenshots because all of these got deleted from Snapchat because Snapchat pretty much outlawed the type of content we were making and therefore banned the agency I was working with. So they all went like this, deleted right in front of my eyes. And that pretty much sums up that business model. Snapchat right there, around $200K a month in revenue for 6 months. So, you know, I made about $1 million, and that was last year in 2023, the end of 2022 to mid 2023. And that brought me to my next stage because after that went to shit, right? I had made $1 million, but I was like, I'm not going to be the person who just made some money. I started buying cars. I had a G-Wagon. I had a nice house. Like, I had a C63 AMG. Like, I was leveling up my lifestyle. I could afford it still, but I was like, I need to find something else to do, you know? So then I kind of took a step back. I was like, what am I good at? YouTube. I know how to do YouTube. I already had 1 million subscribers. Even through this Snapchat phase, I was grinding YouTube shorts a little bit, like just for fun. I was making some shorts. I was staying active. I was going pretty viral, like 20, 30 million view shorts with ease. Like I said, because I'm good at writing. I knew how to write the scripts. The voiceover short style format was working well. And then that takes us to stage 3, which is right here, YouTube. 200K a month. And the main thing that helped me scale this was not just using myself. And that obviously brings me into everything else, which encompasses me using YouTube and other social media platforms to manage other creators. And if you didn't know already, I do short form content only. I mean, this is a long form video, but from my entertainment standpoint, I really only make short form content. And short form content on YouTube, a lot of people don't actually know the value in. They don't really know that you can make big money from it. So it's hard. You have to do a lot. You have to have a very, very voluminous output, as I would say. You have to be posting a shit ton of videos, to put it in a better word. Basically, this is my output. There are 6 creators involved with my company, 1 to 2 uploads per day per channel, per language. That's why we have so many damn plaques, and those aren't even all of them, because I have an English channel, Spanish channel, Portuguese channel, Hindi channel. My girlfriend Camilla, English, Spanish, Portuguese, Hindi. And guess what? That is not just YouTube. That's on Instagram and TikTok as well. So right here, 5 uploads per day per Reels account on Instagram per language, 3 uploads per day per TikTok. This is supposed to say TikTok over here. So basically, I'm doing 1 to 2 posts a day on Shorts, 5 posts on Reels, and 3 posts on TikTok, because that's my specialty right now, the big 3. I'm not just a YouTube guru. I don't just know about YouTube. I know how to go viral. And going viral makes money in every industry. I help consult with guys who do courses. I help consult with brands who want to sell products. I do everything because I go viral across all 3 platforms no matter what. I know how to repurpose content from Instagram to YouTube, from YouTube to TikTok, and all the way back and forth, because a piece of content is a piece of digital real estate. And if you're not using it to its full benefit, you're just sitting on money, because, if you don't post one day, you should have reposted. And that's my little rant, because I'm not done explaining how this went. So basically, that's a general explanation of the umbrella. And if you want to know more about that system, no, I do not go out and record videos in Spanish, Portuguese, and Hindi every single time I record a video. I personally, me and my girlfriend and everyone associated with us, has a team of a real voice actor and an editor that speaks the other language. They'll take my original video, edited and everything, final product, they'll chop the voiceover out, translate the script, new voiceover, and then new captions over my captions, new sound effects, re-edit the video, post it. We don't touch anything. We just pay a fee that we have privately worked out. But you can do that with some sweat equity and some AI, okay? 11labs.com. You can AI your voice into a different language, and you can do that yourself if you know how to edit, or you could do it with an editor. So a bit more low cost, but if you have the funds, I would outsource. So yeah, this, if I zoom out a little bit, this is our company structure and how we're able to do that. But let me see, that is about 100 total videos per day, and that's not even including an army of secondary accounts that I run, which I'll get into later when I go over this employee structure, and around 1,000 videos per week. So my output from the umbrella that I've created for short form content is 1,000 videos posted per week across 6 creators' brands, 1 me and 5 girls that I manage. So right here, this is just YouTube AdSense payout. This is everything, full transparency. This is not my YouTube revenue. This is not one channel's YouTube revenue. This is a full, one AdSense account with probably 10 plus YouTube channels connected to it. $73,000 in February of this year. That was the highest month this year. Obviously, most of them were around 40 to 60. So right here, that's just an example of what that gets me. But now let me tell you how we're able to do that. So how I got started in this, like I said, I was doing YouTube. I went back to YouTube after the Snapchat era. And then I met Camilla, my current girlfriend. Camilla Rujo, her channel will be on screen. You can see her. She now has over 7 million subscribers on YouTube. But I started filming YouTube videos with her after I stopped the Snapchat stuff. She was just being featured in my videos. She had a little bit of a social media presence already because she was in a Mr. Beast video, as you might know, 067. But she wanted to do social media. She wanted to take it seriously, but she just needed guidance. So that's why we started working together. I started her YouTube channel in my room from scratch, 0 subs, just about a year ago today. And basically, she was the first person who ever let me have creative freedom, but with somebody else's face. I had ideas for scripts. I had ideas for shorts that, would just be better executed with a girl or better executed with her backstory. So that is why it says primary example right here, because she was the golden child. I was able to grow her to 1 million subscribers in less than 3 months, from 100K to over 1 million on Instagram in less than 6 months. And she was just the pinnacle of what we could do as a team, because now we became partners in our company together, where we manage people below us, because, involving other creators, managing people involves emotions, and girls are good at emotions. She's better at dealing with people. I'm better at dealing with numbers. So it makes a very good partnership. And now this is where we're at current day. We have 2 employees under us that are producers / directors, people who essentially look at everything from a zoomed out perspective, every single person's content, say, what does this person need more of? What's working well for this person? Let's do more of that. If we want to set up this video shoot, let's book the studio. Let's put everything together. 2 people, these are main employees, I would say, making over $100,000 per year underneath us right now. So this is not a cheap system, as I'd say. Not a cheap system at all. So then, obviously, as I explained, 4 clients plus Owen and Camilla. Basically, that's our 6 outputs. Those producers are basically the ones who are not only ideating, coming up with ideas, coming up with concepts, scheduling shoots, but they're also executing, right? These people are in person helping me because I can't film, skits and YouTube shorts with 5 different people every day. I can't be behind the camera. That's not even my specialty, being behind the camera. So these are, somebody who originally started as my cameraman, Cole. I've been working with since high school, and then somebody who's a bit newer. So that then, they take care of the clients, make sure all the content is getting output. And then once the content is filmed, once the stuff is done, it goes to the virtual employees who are editors/account managers. And what that basically means is some of these videos, they need, a typical YouTube short needs captions, needs sound effects, needs visual effects. Some basic videos like a street interview that's super viral on Instagram, for example. Like I said, I know all platforms. I have mastered every platform. You can't just post the same content on every single platform and, cross your fingers and look like a fucking idiot. You have to do stuff specialized for each platform if you want to go viral in each platform. So that's what we do. And that's how our output is. So, for example, we would make a YouTube short for YouTube, film some street interviews that go viral on Instagram. And then the interviews need simpler editing. So then they go to an editor. They just put captions on it. That's it. And then those go down to the account managers who individually oversee, say, somebody oversees my Instagram, somebody oversees Camilla's Instagram, which is actually me. I do that myself for me and her. But for the people who are separated from us one step, we have somebody virtually who overlooks the account, make sure everything is good, no bans, no, restrictions on Instagram, YouTube, no strikes. And then they are the ones actually scheduling the videos. And in some cases, there are people who are hired under them to just post. They just get the videos and post, but the videos are usually screened through an account manager. For some cases, it is one of these producers/directors. Some girls are completely ran by a system online. So then that is how the content is outputted. And these posters go beyond just one account. Each girl obviously has a main social media account. Everyone has a YouTube channel, an Instagram account, a TikTok account. But beyond that, these girls have secondary Instagram accounts separated per niche. Say, Camilla, for example, she has videos where she does street interviews. She has videos where she does podcasts. She has videos where she does short little POV skits. So we have multiple different Instagrams that are posting. Though, say there's one Instagram for podcasts, there's one for POVs, there's one for for street interviews. And that system is infinitely repeatable. Whenever a secondary account does well, then we repeat that, hire somebody else to do it, and that's all ran by virtual employees. So that's essentially my entire system breakdown of what I'm doing right now and the system that got me to where I was at, where I first started making big money. And if you want to kind of dissect this, try this out for yourself, that is, that's what I do. It doesn't work for everyone, but you need organization if you want this much output. And if you're trying to run everything yourself, realistically, you're not going to be able to have, even if you have output, even if you post, the content is not going to hit everywhere. And that's what I do. Main character management is my private community where I tell you how to master the big 3: YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. Like I said, I'm not an OnlyFans manager. I'm not a YouTube guru. I'm not an Instagram consultant. I'm not a brand content strategist. I just go viral. I know how to go viral on every single platform, and I've done it repeatedly since the last 3 years. I know how to make a YouTube short, repurpose it for Instagram, and I know how to follow intentions. What do you want to do? Why are you posting videos? Do you want to post a video to funnel to an info product, an online product, a TikTok shop physical product? Whatever you want to do, you have to set that intention, and that's what I help people do. I do weekly calls inside my group where we dial in on one person's specific social media platform, brand, whatever they want me to look at. I tell them exactly what they're doing wrong, and I do that. That's recorded every single week. I have other creators come on and do master classes on their specialty. I have a full 7.5-hour course on what I do to go viral on social media, including live breakdowns of YouTube short scripts that have got me over 50 million views from the inside channel analytics. I'll show you exactly in there how much money I make per month per channel. You can literally see everything. Imagine this, but even more data packed in there. And if you join now, we guarantee that you'll get 3 million views within 90 days of being in the program, or we'll give you every single dollar you spent on it back. By the way, it's not very expensive. It's only $80 a month right now to join, and you get access to all of that information on the inside, plus a community of other creators who are trying to do the same thing as you, where you might even meet up, have a new business partner, or find somebody who needs to work for you. There's editors in there, there's scriptwriters in there, there's strategists in there. It's an amazing community for everyone to come together and work. And again, it's only $80 a month. So if you want more stuff like this, if this video gave you value, if it gave you insight on what it actually is like to be a creator, then join the community. I promise you, there's a lot more to learn.